Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect Escapes. Today's beverage is a very zesty, botanically brewed, cloudy lemonade. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes. This is a series where we attempt to break out facilities not made by me. This is Prisoner Unknown, prisoner number 100880339, and that's really small writing on the top left there. And welcome to, I believe it's called Farina 161 Correctional Facility. As always, links will be in the description if you want to check this thing out. And we're going to try and break out, we'll explore, and we'll obviously load it up into the standard sandbox mode at the end to see what it is like. So I'm seeing immediately lunar surface. We've got staff-only areas. We have in things like a perimeter wall. We've got in contraband scanners. I'm seeing some DLC going on here. We've got, gang members. We've got gang members. We've got the tech pack DLC because we've got the uniforms as well as these high-tech it's a combination of a security light and CCTV. I'm also seeing, well, not a lot of frames, so this is, I think, quite a large facility. Being escorted in, these walls have been color-coded, so the top is the default low-risk inmates, the bottom is the medium risk, and then you've got, looks to be a lot of sci-fi colors over here. Okay. Yeah, definitely this floor here, and oh, look at that. That's appears to be some sort of rotten wood. So we could even have some undead themed stuff. We've got in areas that are staff only and then not, and I mean this is quite a sight for the senses, truth be told. We've also got weather and temperature on because it's raining, and indeed passing a boiler there. Like I say, lots of areas that are staff only, lots that are not. We've got electric fence, we've got door servos. This is really difficult to, well, I was going to say navigate, and that's probably true, but I haven't yet navigated. But we've got in these isolation valves for added security. But yeah, this is, like I say, quite. I think it's going to be quite a large facility owing to the the performance or lack thereof. And also, there is a helicopter coming in. Wow, okay. Also, we got lots of different types of inmates. The regime is set to, currently it's on medium, but there's also some supermax there as well, I think. Okay, and also because of the design, I think it's going to be quite difficult to navigate, as I said, but we'll have a look around. And I'm being searched by the look of it, and now we can have a look around. Finally, okay, right. So, Prisoner Unknown. Let's have a look around. We do have a reputation point pinata room here. So what that means is basically you can break all these up, and you can see we do have tasers, and we've got in. Let me just skip the punishments there. So we've got tasers. We have deployment, we've got taser rollout, we have in the body armor, we have guards. You can see they've got that badge on there that indicates that they've been given a rank. Let me go with quick on this inmate here. And, okay, I believe it was stun buttons as well. Cells go along here. We do have a visitation and parole on the right. We have CCTV. We have in, it looks to be a barred wall, I believe that is. No, it'll be a fence because there is, yes, I think that's the rusty fence followed by the barbed wire on top, and then down below your standard perimeter wall. Okay, we have a gymnasium here. We have a common room. We have a remote door. There you go. And then this is a visitation, so we have a lighter there. So we do have access to a fire source, more common room and cells. If we were in one of these cells, then digging would be very opportune, wouldn't it? Provision made for fire suppression. I saw some, yeah, over here, look, we've got this fire extinguisher. Interesting, we have farming and automated farming as well. So, not something we often see. I don't know if that's an indication of the types of facilities that have been loaded onto the workshop, or indicative of the prevalence of people who make facilities with farming in it. But yeah, we don't often see the farming facilities being utilised that much. But we've got this, which is auto gatherer. This is auto gatherer, I believe. This is auto sprinkler. So 2x2. And, oh, there we go. And there's us completely. Yep, we've just been mowed down by the automated cutter. And, yes, been involved in an industrial accident. And again. There you go. Yes, that is... I mean, farm machinery is just... I mean, it's just one step off torture chamber, isn't it? As you can see there, that's, you know, all this is... As we can see here. Actually, that might be... yeah, it's all been gathered up. We got lots of access to tools. Strangely, this is a barred wall. This is a barred wall, I believe. Don't think it's a fence. But people are getting out via this area here. So if we were to be tased, we could do a taser teleport to there and then just run out. So that is a potential way out. Let me not do that. We've got the walkway across here again to more staff only. So I'm not gonna go across there. We've got more cells, which is fine. Let's have another look up the top here. This is just... Oh, we've got some rats. Can you damage rats? Oh. Okay, so I was just trying to help out the facility by taking out the rats. But no, apparently the guards are very much against that. They're very much... I don't know whether those are protective species of rodent, you understand. But still. Let's continue on. So, we're going to go up top. Oh, looks like that's been tagged. So, lots of DLC going on here. Lots of stuff turned on. So, gangs, weather and temperature. We got rats, probably subsidence, tech pack stuff. A lot of this here is all not staff only, but it's certainly a different category. We've got interesting here. Look at that. This is a quite small, but very space efficient. We'll use space efficient kitchen over here, and then a large one here. I don't know why it's not just the same. Neither is set to staff only. Let's go ahead and we'll have a run into this area, which is, well, this appears to be all of the extra room. What I mean by that, it's got things like mail, library, laundry. That is infirmary, cleaning cupboard, meeting room, classroom, chapel, all the extra bits. A yard in here. We could access it from there. I mean, as someone who, quite freely will admit, makes symmetrical facilities far too much, it's a nice change of pace to go on to something like this, which it would be wrong to call it messy, I think. But even if it was, I'm not saying that it is messy. That's all personal preference, I guess. But when it is designed like this, it makes it really difficult to navigate. Which aids in security. Okay, because I don't know which way, where's the best way to the front door. I think I do know the best way to the front door. And that would be... let's say taser teleport. I'm seeing we've got here lots of people going this way, and there was a lot of visitors going that way as well. So I think if we went this way, this is the way we came in, because we went past this dead tree. So there's lots of guards that are being alerted to our presence. You can see that on the left there, they are chasing us. But I'm just trying to run past. Bear in mind, I should point out, I've got no traits. This door's not going to open, and we are going to get stunned, aren't we? Oh no, it's now going to be opened, and oh, we've been assigned to a different area. Okay, let me skip punishments here, and we've now been put in. Oh, right. This might be an immediate failure for an escape. Oh no, we've been put in a holding cell at the front, which we do have access to reception, but we have been assigned a cell. Look at that on the left. Okay. So I guess we just need to wait for a guard to come along and to escort us. I mean, I could... Oh. No, it's saving. Have we been escorted yet? No. But this is opening up, so I'm just gonna walk out. And like I say, we've been assigned to... Hang on, whoa. There was like an invisible wall. I don't know if you saw. I went down and then I had to go around. Interesting. Don't say that this is the way out. Now, if this is a successful escape, this is not, I think, a reflection of the facility, but rather just a quirk of, oh, can I go around there? Yes, I can. Oh, but I'm not going to get through I'm not going to get through here, though, am I? Unless this opens up because of that. Because of that, because of those visitors. Okay. If we were... Sorry, I'll just take a moment here. All right, so yeah, as I said, I don't think that's a reflection of the facility. We were put into high risk, and then we managed just to sort of run out the front. If that door at the bottom was opened, we would have got out. There's no doubt in my mind that we would have just walked out there. And remember, we haven't got any reputation, so... Oh, no, sorry, I do. I've got strong, tough, and quick. But I didn't take any keys and stuff. Okay. Okay, fine. But yeah, a little bit of misbehaviour there, and we were put in this cell block, so this is high risk. This is Area 53, and we have a fight room. We have... Yeah, it looks to be a... That's not a yard. It is a yard, actually. Sorry, it is a yard. Right, we've got more areas that are staff only. We've got a reputation point pinata room, which I think we will now utilise to harvest ourselves, let's say, a couple of extra traits, and it's going to be mainly quick. In terms of ways out, then, things are getting more difficult as I progress on, because I don't think we can just run out the front door now, but I am going to get myself, let's say, a lot of traits here. I don't think setting fire to things is the way to go, because of the walls. And there we go, we'll skip punishments. And then we'll go over to very strong. So we've got very strong, very tough, and we are quick. We do have a dormitory here. A gymnasium up there, but I don't know if I have access to it. Okay. If escape is possible, I do think that this will be, if it is possible, it's going to be a long one. There's the rats there. There is no way out from that way. We can't go in the door and up the top. We can... Am I following the same path as before? Oh, interesting. Look at that. So this sniper's trying to get to this tower, the guard tower. I think the entrance is there, but they can't get into it. Okay. I don't know whether or not we have the ability to jump over fences. And that's not a fence anyway, I don't think. That is a wall. Okay. I will... Oh, what's that? Right, that's fog. Oh, we're being escorted. Okay, it's eat/lock up. Right, that's fog. So again, weather and temperature. Alright, fine. Looks like we're going to be escorted down. Okay. If we had a set of keys, then it is reasonable we can run out the front, but it's going to require a bit of luck. What? We've been escorted to here, and then the guards have just aborted the entire mission. I think there's obviously something going on. You can hear tasers going off. That guy's writing with a bin bag. I believe that is moonshine. Or made up. Yeah, that is, yeah. Stuff fermented. We've got Prisoner Ashby here, who's fighting. See lots of guards running around doing whatever. We need to be escorted to our cell. I think it's around here. Is it not? It's this one here. This is our cell. But even if I was inside, I'm still going to be escorted. Let's just go to sleep. And I had power coming back on then. Okay. Well, let's see then. Let's see if I can go for maybe some sort of escape via tunneling. I don't think the Fight Club has anything that you can steal. No. In here, not either. There is a flower garden. Now, this is going to be risky. Oh. And we're being escorted. And escorted through here as well. Ah. That's not good. So I can't drop this tool until I've been put in my cell. I don't know why we've been... I don't know why we're being brought back. It could be because the regime had changed to, like I say, eat lock up like it's shown there. It's only just switched over though. Could be that. Or this could be a old order for the guards from us being escorted last night and they had to, you know, do something else. The priorities were changed, but I'm going to try and drop this immediately. No. So I'm going to be found with the trowel because I was trying to drop it. I was absolutely mashing the right button to drop it. Let me skip punishments. 12 hours it would be. Okay, that's fine. So, let's see then if I can do that while not being detected. So it was skirting around like that. You sort of go around the metal detector. And we'll pick up these two. Now the door needs to be open for it to happen. You can see this here, they've got a nice mix of normal wall, well, coloured wall, and then this glass. So there you go, you see I managed to go around. So I've not been detected with our digging implements. There's no metal detectors here. And it's a free run up to our cell. Digging, however, is going to be very, very problematic because it's all under foundation and it's tunneling through walls as well. But I'm not seeing any dogs. I'm just going to go direct. Let me go to max speed. Performance is going to be an issue on this. And obviously, there's so many guards as well. I think that's a lot of the reason why the performance is such. That there's a lot of guards. A lot of staff in general. So, I've gone through the wall. I now got a little bit where we have pipe work. That's useful. I think this is going to then hit a wall, which is good. And I'm going to go up. So, I'm digging through a... This is quite rare. I'm digging through a hot water pipe. Ooh, that was close. So I'm going to follow this up and then across under here. That's my plan. Whether or not that actually comes to fruition, I don't know. Fun is always in finding out. Going around that metal detector, though, is not foolproof. Eventually, I will probably be detected, which means I need to be very, very quick with dropping things that are on my person. So I'm waiting for this to open, and then I will try and get around, like so. Wait until the guards moved, and then we got around. That's okay. That is a success. But again, not necessarily success when we get here. So, wait for things to go. Line of sight to clear. We're good. I don't know if you saw, but there was an inmate that just looked directly at us there. Okay, so we're going to follow this pipe. So this is a hot water pipe. There's no mechanics in the game to get scalded and lose health or anything. That would be a nice little touch for that, wouldn't it? Not for the inmate, you understand. And it might be more efficient to follow that pipe back to the very beginning. I mean, I'm not. I'm going to go direct. As I mentioned, every time I leave the facility, leave the tunnel, with the intent of leaving the facility, there is a chance of us being detected because of guards and patrols. And if that happens, then, well, this will be a bit of a failure in terms of the run. So let's see. We're out. So we're about here. We've still got 2 walls to get through. No, 3 walls to get through. But I do have a nice ready supply, hopefully. Hang on, there we go. Of digging implements. So the shovel and the hand fork. Yeah, there's a spade and a hand fork. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to go around. There you go. It's always best as well to... Cadwell's got something on them. I think they just flashed a piece of contraband. It's always best to wait to see if other inmates go through and it triggers, because it might trigger a false flag on that one. Also, if you trigger it and there's an inmate that's went through at the same time, you don't know whether you've done it or not. I mean, obviously, in this case, it would definitely be us because we are carrying 2 massive metal items. See the CCTV cone there as well. We should now be going very shortly into this other room. Just wondering what happens though. This is another room here. You can see it's opening out. So a couple of spaces and we will end up at the wall. And then it's, well, it's wall, then a gap, then a wall. I think it's a wall / fence. It's not perimeter though. And then, which isn't going to be fun, the perimeter wall, I think. Yeah, I think it's a perimeter wall. Oh no, it's, yeah. I think it probably will be a perimeter wall. On break, going through here. Pick up this trowel. And I think there was a pair of shears. Looks like that guy there is teaching flower therapy. I was going to say there's a lot of traffic from guards and stuff going through here, and that's because there is indeed a staff room at the bottom. I thought there'd be a staff room because the amount of staff going through that wanted a break. Okay, so we're going to go here. We have to wait, obviously. Oh, look at that. Don't know if I caught it. There was up there a play being made. There was gang members. There was gang members congregating around a cell, which indicates that the lieutenant, is ordering them to do something, which he'll be taking over. Is a rule or enforcing. Like I say, we will load this up into the standard sandbox mode to see what it's like, regardless of our success or failure on this escape. So that looks to be a fence. This is going to be a perimeter wall or a wall. It's definitely something that's deep. I think it's a perimeter wall. But we had the advantage there if we went through a large pipe and then a wall / fence. There we go. The downside is I don't know what's on the very western side of the map. Whether or not it is... I don't know whether or not on the very western side of this facility, whether or not it has any fences. Because if it has a fence, I can't get through. Ooh, let's open that up. We did get through as well. Yeah, if it has a fence, I can't get over it unless we have strong, which we do, and the escape plans are turned on. And I don't know whether or not they are turned on. So we'll see. The amount of patrols is ridiculous on this. There we go. I'm hoping that this is going to be our last or second to last digging session. Certainly the flower garden has a lot to answer for. Regardless of where we go on the left, it's going to be a fairly big dig. As I said, I want to dig as much as I can to the left. Because there might be a fence, there might even be a perimeter wall for all I know. And if that's the case, this is going to be, say, a very big dig. But I don't know how far this goes, but we're going to find out. Okay, this is becoming one of the biggest tunnels we've ever had for the Escape series. And I could run into anything here. Wow. Okay. This is going to be a big dig. A very big dig. So I will go back to the cell. It is currently sleep time. Wow, I wonder what's here. Obviously, we always aim for a success. But I'm more intrigued as to... That was close. I'm more intrigued as to what's over on the left and loading into the... Loading up and seeing what it's like. But the fun's in finding out, and you don't know until you know. So let's see. Get those. Open that. Circumvent the metal detector. Go into here. And in. And now the problem that we have is the time it takes us to dig. Actually, not really dig. It's travelling to the face of the tunnel. A tunnelers / miners issues. One of many, I assume. Which is why there's often transport systems in place, whether it be homemade or not, to do this. Oh wow, this map's massive. It's huge. Now, part of me wants to tunnel down now. There's the edge, though. Okay, we found the edge of the map. Will there be a wall or a fence, though? If there is, this is going to take even longer. There isn't. Whew, that's been a bit of prison architect escapes. Prisoner unknown! Victims, none. Total score 41. Time taken 2 days, 3 hours, 58 minutes. Most of that probably underground. Okay, let's load it up and see what it is like. Okay, so loading it in, and truth be told, the performance is not much better. And, well, it is a massive facility. So I'm just going to pause it here while we have a look around. So naturally, we were brought in through, into the frontier via the prison bus. We then came past this bakery and a quite lovely laid out bakery and diner. We then were obviously brought in through the reception and all the way, I think it was through here, past the tree spooky, down, and then positioned in one of the cells around here, I think. Was it around there? I believe so. Yeah. And then, well, we got up to no good. We were looking around, we were exploring. We ended up trying to get out the front and, well, didn't so much work out until we were placed into, well, after the attempt, it was a bit of a high risk. And then we tried to run out and we got to there. And if there was a supply truck or any sort of vehicle going through with the doors open, or the visitors were a little bit later, or, you know, well, we were later or they were earlier, they would have got out and we would have got out too. But however, we were then escorted over to where is it? I think it would have been around here, or would have been further up. No, it was around there. And the reason the dig took so long is because we had to go across and then up and then through here, which there is a perimeter wall. There is that says barbed wire, but I think that is that fence? Rusty fence concrete. What does that even mean? Rusty fence. It would be fence, rusty fence, concrete. There it is there, yes. Fence sections with this rusty fence. Okay, there you go. And that's why there is barbed wire on top. And then basically we dug, yeah, along here. All the way along, past all of this huge wind and solar farm. Yeah, it's a lot of hybrids. Look at all the power export meters. This has got a bank balance of just under 1.5 million, but it's actually losing 2.5 per day. Guards, 251 guards. Of that, we have 240 regular, 4 armed guards, 4 dogs, and 3 snipers. The latter 3 seems a bit understaffed, a bit underwhelming because of that one. Interesting. We have in a really secure section over here, which is What's this for? I don't know what it's for, but it looks cool. That looks really good. Look at all of these footbridges and all of the floodlights and such. Let me go over to deployment here. Oh, well, that's all staff only and then Supermax. So you got Supermax there. You've got in protective custody. We were set to max sec over here. All this is max sec, then medium, and then minimum. So you've got basically protective, minimum, medium, max, Supermax, criminally insane up here. I haven't even checked the amount of inmates that we have. Wow, look at that. So we have 65 minimum, 62 medium, 57 maximum, 12 protective, 12 supermax, 9 death row. I'll have to look for those, and 43 criminally insane. Where are the death row inmates? The death row inmates are here. Okay, I don't know what all this patrol's all about. Looks to be like a guard. Lots of guards going somewhere. The pathfinding is very much being forced here. Okay, so basically you've got 1, 2, and 3 wings that are very similar in their layout. And when I say similar to each other, yeah, there's a little bit of line tiles here, a little bit more security maybe in the higher one. Guard pavilion, guard... Oh no, guard pavilion's there. So the walls have changed, a bit of the flooring, etc. Some of this is, say, a different layout. You do have weather and temperature on. You do have gangs that's turned on. Not running at maximum capacity. Lots more free cells. 557 capacity. Again, deployment. Way out there. Patrols. Oh. There are very few patrols in the facility. Only a couple. 8 patrolling regular guards, 2 patrolling armed, and 2 patrolling dog handlers. So tunneling was definitely the way to go. If we were to get to... Well, we got to, say... Where was it? We got to here. We could have just jumped out and then ran down. In fact, yeah, on reflection, this is one of the reasons why I like to load these up after the escape attempt, whether it be a success or fail. Actually, sorry, was it here or was it here? No, it was here. Yeah, actually digging down would have been better. I would have probably known that if I'd recce'd this a little bit better, because we were at the flower garden here. If I went a little bit further down, specifically in visitation, I might have got line of sight to the edge of that. Only just might. I think it's sort of 50-50 up in the air, really. Not sure. But it would have been a possibility that we could have seen the edge, and then in that case I would have changed our plans and dug down. Same as following the utilities. Water. There's your hot pipe there. This is the large pipe here. I mean, digging this way probably would have been... Okay, that's actually would have been more efficient. So from where I was, digging down and then via this large pipe here to this point would have been much, much easier. But you don't know, you know, hindsight and all of that. Either way, that has been a bit of the, I think it's called the Ferreira 161 facility, links in the description as always. Yeah, another enjoyable one. I say performance is an issue. It's good to see facilities with a lot of DLC included, just to add variety and such. But if you have any comments on this escape attempt, or if you have any tips, comments, suggestions, ideas, not just for this design but for others, facilities you would like to see featured, then by all means let me know in the comments, and as always we'll go from there. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.